Hey y'all, it's your girl Leaha Monroe, and I'm back with another video. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you can join the family. And if you're a returner, baby, come in, bring it in. I miss you.
She's the queen bee, the star.
Leaha Monroe. And as you can tell by the title, your girl is back to do a recap, full update of her first semester of nursing school. This fundamentals book. Me and it went to war and back this semester. So let's get into the video. If you guys see me looking down a lot, it's because I do have my notes here. And I just kind of want to stay on track because there's a lot of good points that I want to hit. And I don't want to have y'all here all day. I mean, we could. I know y'all love me like that. And you enjoy our talks. But we're not going to sit here all day, okay? So we just going to get to the points and we going to keep it pushing. All right, if you're new to my channel, I am in a BSN program, which is a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, which is a 4-year program for me. So thinking about my journey, I've technically completed 60% of my degree program, but for nursing school, I only have completed 25% because nursing school is only 2 years, which is 4 semesters, and I only have completed that one, so that's 25%. A nurse!
Of course, I still have to take my NCLEX after I graduate. But come on,
so
now,
I do
let's
want to
just
start
manifest.
off by talking about the classes I took. So this semester I took Fundamentals of Nursing, which is like your foundations course, then Health Assessment, and also Pharmacology. And honestly, I thought Fundamentals was gonna take your girl out. But your girl pass. But your girl pass. So I think in total I took 16 credits, and the workload was workloading, baby. I really cannot pinpoint which class was the hardest for me, just because I passed all of them and I didn't fail any tests throughout my program by the grace of God. I can name some challenges that were there for me. So fundamentals, I feel like fundamentals in itself is so much because it's so much content. Plus, you typically have a skills lab and you have clinicals with that. You have so much material. And sometimes the material that they're teaching, it can come to you like, oh, this is too easy or this is common sense. But sometimes common sense is not common. And some of those questions you'll be thinking, oh yeah, I got this. And then you think about it or talk to people after the test and it's like, you put what? And it's not what you put at all. You're like, huh? You put what? And then you just stop talking to them because it's just like, well, like the test's over. What can I do about it? So I feel like fundamentals have so much material that sometimes it comes so easy that you overthink sometimes as well as you underthink. Because in nursing school, you have to critically think about your answers. It's not like when I was a pre-med major. Pre-med was basic science. Science does not change. It's facts. Fact-based. It's either true, false, right, or wrong. In nursing school, you have to be able to analyze the questions, especially when they pertain to specific patients or clients. They'll give you different scenarios, and you have to know how to break those questions down because all the answer choices can be right, but which one is the best depending on the scenario? So just learning how to think like that will really help somebody. That's a key tip. Health assessment, I think I was pretty much just on my edge because health assessment was a pass or fail class. So it was either you had it or you didn't. Throughout health assessment, you have different skills that you have to get checked off on. So by the end, you have to be able to do a complete head-to-toe assessment. So we had to know how to do a neuro assessment, an eye exam, hearing exam, the typical things you get when you get a full physical at the doctor, or when they have to do a whole wellness check on you. If you didn't complete one of the skills or get a pass grade for one of the it was about maybe a good 10, 11, I want to say, skills, you failed the class. If you failed the big full head to toe at the end, you failed the class. So more so, it's just being more hands-on and me actually being able to apply those skills when I went into clinicals for fundamentals. It was just more scary for me because you actually are using these skills on people, and it was like, you get a little nervous. So that was that with health assessment. And for pharmacology, I'm gonna be real. Pharmacology, it is what it is. Like, it was what it was. Like, that's one of the courses I feel like I'm gonna have to refresh throughout the semesters as I keep going, because I can honestly tell you I don't know what I learned. If it's not benzos, diazepam, tamazepam, lorazepam, hey, ACE inhibitors, hey, beta blockers, I can't tell you. Like, so overall, I think the most challenging part of my program was just the skills labs and actual clinicals, because it's like you're dealing with real people. You don't want to mess up, but they understand also that you're a nursing student, but it's still like very intimidating. Overall, I end up getting a B in fundamentals, an A in health assessment, and AA in pharmacology. And most of my cohort was really worried about pharmacology, and I was over there stressing about fundamentals. So another reason why fundamentals was also really scary, because it was an 8-credit freaking course. If I failed that class, that would aid my GPA so bad. Like, it would have did though. I don't think I would have even tried to go back to nursing school after this semester if it didn't go well. I don't know. Like, what would I have did? I do want to talk about some things that I loved about my program. One of my favorite parts about my school is that it's very much faith-based. So it's a religious-based school. And I like that because in nursing school, our teachers were able to pray with us before exams, allow us to pray, read us different Bible verses, and just like spiritually encourage us and motivate us. And I really love that. Like, before the test, just being excited, or just being able to hear my teacher say, does anyone want to pray? And I had another professor who also would ask us, like, hey, are there any prayer requests? And it was always somebody in the class saying, hey, can you pray for that farm exam we got? Can you pray for that? You know, every week if somebody asking them to pray for the next test, that midterm or whatever was coming up. But it was just those little moments. And if I can find it, I'll put it here. But at the beginning of the year, our teacher asked us to write on this index card. I think it was our favorite verse, our favorite gospel songs, our favorite color, and different things about ourselves. And she would incorporate those verses and things throughout the semester. Like, she'll add little notes when she was like, welcome to week 4, you guys made it. She'll always add little verses at the end. Or when she'll send out announcements, she'll add the little verses or spiritual reminders and things like that throughout her messages. And I just really love that. I really love that. It's just like that spiritual covering. It was just like, yes. And it definitely wasn't forced upon anyone. You know, you didn't have to participate if you didn't want to. But being able to have that option and being able to do those things within class, I really love that. The thing I really like is that my classes overlapped. So, me taking pharmacology at the same time I was taking fundamentals and taking health assessment was very good, because when I was actually going into the real world and I had to pull patients' charts and I'm seeing the different medicines, I was understanding what they actually were and what they were for and how they worked. And it just helped connect things better, way freaking better. And I just thought it was so cool. It helped me understand the material better because everything related. Next, I do want to talk about the ATI exam. So my nursing school is ATI based. So like I was just showing y'all that book. At the beginning of the semester, my school gives us this big package with your books for the whole rest of your semester. So your whole nursing school experience. And every ATI book you need comes in that little package. So ATIs were like standardized tests that we had to pass at the end of the semester. You do have your practice exams and all of those, but it's a big proctor exam that you have to pass at the end of the class. If you fail that, you fail the class. You have to pass the theory portion of the class, which is regular lecture and your tests and stuff. You have to pass the clinical part, and and dosage calc. So you have to pass those 3 components to be able to even sit for the ATI. If you don't pass one of those, you fail the class because you can't sit for ATI. You have to take ATI. So ATI is very intimidating. If you guys would like any recommendations, suggestions that I have for sitting for ATI or how I study or anything like that, put it below and I definitely will make that a separate video. I did pass my ATI and I ended up passing it with like a 73 point something. I'll put it here. And I only needed a 65, so I did way better than I even needed to do. And I'm just grateful I passed on my first try, and I'm honestly just blessed. Okay, I'm blessed because I wanted to go home. Your girl was exhausted. Burnout is real. Burnout will hit. It will come. It will kick. Advice, another little tip, start off good at the beginning of the semester. So that way, I'm telling you, you're going to have burnout. When you're going to, and life just feel like everything is getting thrown at you at the end. If you start off with a good foundation and passing your classes and passing your tests at the beginning, you have a little, now listen, a little leeway, a little cushion for if you start bumping at the end. I'm not saying go pass all your tests at the beginning so you can fail all the ones at the end. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying give yourself a good advantage. So that way, if things do happen, you have that little cushion. And I'm saying a little leeway because that little cushion, it can break down real fast. So don't let, just because you think you're doing so well, distract you from the fact that I fell in one test could drop that grade real bad. How my school works, we have a different type of grading system. I'll put it here. You need an 80 to be considered passing. An 80 is a C. Yeah, I know it don't make sense. I know y'all like, JT, what are you talking about? But yeah, the 80 is a C. So pretty much for all my exams, my finals, my exam 1, 2, and my midterms, I always try to aim for a 90 or above. And that's how I pretty much stay stagnant throughout the semester. I'm going to throw this in there. I hated study groups. So a little tip, I just want to throw in there. Do what's best for you. Go at your own path, your own rate. Some people will be on a different level than you. Some of them have experience, healthcare experience. Don't let that make you feel inferior or like you are not doing enough. I promise you, you'll be good. Don't let them coerce you into thinking you need a study group. Now, I did have my people. Oh my God, I'll post some of these pictures. I love my girl Abby down. Abby, if you ever see this, I love my girl Abby down. I'm going to be real. When I didn't have something or didn't have notes or something, Abby was my go-to person. It was just like we were able to relate to each other and talk. And honestly, I love Abby down. She helped get me through the semester. And I have a couple of other friends. I'll throw them here. But you don't have to study with people or go to study groups or review sessions to be successful. If you know you work better alone, stick to what works best for you. But I do feel like you should have your contact people. Let's just say something does happen that you can call. You just may need them to talk and vent about how y'all both just failed that test or something like that. You get me what I'm saying? Some hiccups. I almost did get kicked out the program for a simple hair violation. And when I say simple hair violation, the violation was simple, but the principle behind it was way bigger. So another key point, the dress code, the regulations, the rules, the policies, very important to play by their rules, okay? And in the real world, they're going to be having rules at your jobs and stuff that you just have to follow. That's just that. So yeah, I am gonna throw that in there. I did have a hiccup where your girl was about to get kicked out of school, and it wasn't even about failing grades. All your girl was doing good academically, but one day my scrunchie did pop, and my hair was past my collar, and yeah, I got a write up for it. That was it. I'm not gonna dwell on the situation. It happened. I learned my lesson. I cried about it. I cried about it to the point of me saying I cried and cried. Cry if you need to. I cried this whole semester. I promise y'all I'm a big baby. I cried this whole semester. Yeah, I don't think it has ever been a semester that I cried this much. Your girl was drained, but you know, it's all for a good purpose. It's all for a good reason. Like, I have a passion for what I'm doing. So these tears, I'm gonna look back at these videos and be like, dang girl, you was crying all these tears. Now you sitting in your nice condo, your nice house that's in your name. Okay, like, it's all gonna pay off. And when it pays off, I just can't wait. Like, I know I'm doing something for a good reason. Drama is real no matter where you go. No matter what type of professional setting you are in, drama is real. It was so much drama going on in my cohort, from people bullying people, it's just a whole bunch of ghetto stuff. Don't get caught up in it. It's easy to get caught up in unnecessary drama. If it literally has nothing to do with you, mind your business. Don't even put your input. Don't even talk about it, okay? I think you shouldn't. Don't do it. Do not do it. I'm telling you, no matter how grown you think these people are, drama follows everywhere. The devil is always somewhere trying to start up a circus. Don't be one of his clowns. Period. Avoid the drama by any means necessary. Okay? Stay on top of your health, you guys. I did get sick a lot for some reason this semester, and it wasn't like, oh, simple cough cold. It was like, yeah, sick, like I'm probably finna miss class and get kicked out the program, because it's only a certain number of hours you can miss. You really have no excuse absences. So I think you can miss up to 2 days, but really on that second day you get kicked out the program, you get dismissed. So really you can only miss one, and honestly you don't want to miss none, because who wants to be on probation about absences? It's not worth it. And mine, look, were legitimate. Could you believe somebody saying we don't take doctor's notes? We don't take, I think only valid, I don't know. I think it's special exceptions for COVID, but don't quote me. I gotta go check the handbook out. Just don't try. Just don't try. If you feel like you need the reinforcement, go. I personally didn't. I think I went to maybe 1 or 2, but I paid attention in class. Your girl was not studying. I paid attention and I still passed. You get what I'm saying? So it's all about your mindset. Mindset is very big. I'm telling you this now. This is from your future nurse. Lock in now so you ain't gotta lock in later. That's all I can really think about, y'all, from the top of my head. I did just want to get on here and give y'all this video because I haven't been here in a while and I did miss y'all. Bring that hug in. Bring that hug in. And even when I leave now, I'm going to miss y'all. So I'm going to try to drop some more content so I can come back and talk to y'all, because I be missing my babies. I know y'all be wanting to check on me like, girl, where you at? Is my girl okay? Like, I ain't heard from her. She ain't been on here in a while. Is she okay? Yes, I'm okay, y'all. Your girl successfully passed her first semester of nursing school, and I am blessed by the grace of God. I am covered. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. And I'm so excited about this journey, and I'm so happy I can share with y'all. And that's all I got. That's all I got. I ain't got no word on this. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching this video. Love. Bye.